Getting the top plates marked here for where the trusses are gonna sit. So I am going off of my roof layout on my plans. I'm marking them on the 24 on center. Once I get those marked, and then I am labeling them with what the name or the number, if you will, on the truss is. So that way when the guys are coming up here, there's no question that if we got the right truss, we got it written right here on the top plate for them. So if for some reason the wrong one gets strapped up, then we'll be able to know it right away.
Lucas and his crew of DIYers are ready to begin building the roof system. In this episode, we'll give you a behind-the-scenes look at how it all comes together. There's a lot to cover, so let's get started.
So those braces we put up, so when we set our first truss, we can get everything nice and plumb and have something good to go off of.
There's a lot of prep work involved when building a home. And when you have a crew of DIYers, it's important to make sure that the process goes as smoothly as possible. From labeling each truss location by name to putting up temporary bracing to help keep each truss level. Taking this extra time to prepare will make sure that these tasks go efficiently and methodically, which they'll need because there are over 60 engineered roof trusses on this home. Lucas has chosen to go with engineered roof trusses for his roof system. What we really like about these is the large cavities in these roof trusses allow for a lot of insulation, which is especially important in this northern climate. But additionally, you can span large areas, eliminating any need for posts, which is essential in their open concept living area. Next, they begin covering the trusses with OSB wall sheathing, starting in the center of the home. They also build out the roof overhang. A lot of our clients like to build extended roof overhangs. This helps protect the home and even the driveway, sidewalks, and entryways from elements like rain and snow. They also put the fascia board on, and then they are ready to complete the sheathing. Once that's finished, they'll add the weather-tight roof liner. Traditionally, you would see black felt or black tar paper, but at Golden Eagle, we're taking it up a notch with this premium synthetic roof liner. Golden Eagle also supplies ice and water barrier for all the valleys and eaves. The ice and water barrier is essential in the cold climates because as snow melts in the wintertime, condensation will build up and refreeze, and this keeps all that water from working its way underneath the shingles. Next up on the to-do list is framing out the front covered porch. This will be built with massive 12-inch hand-hewn timbers. We are seeing a lot of clients use our signature hand-hewn texture both inside and outside their homes. In addition to the porch, Lucas will be using hand-hewn trim accents on the corners, windows and doors, front gable, as well as inside the home. Now they add the porch mono trusses. These go on very quickly because, like the roof trusses, they are engineered specifically for this house. They finalize the porch by adding the fascia board and sheathing. Flashing is also added. One last thing they'll add before the shingles go on is the fireplace chase. Now it's time to finish the roof. It's very important to keep each row of shingles square and even. So before they get started, they'll measure and snap chalk lines for a guide. Lucas chose Golden Eagle's premium roofing shingle, and combining this with a proper flashing system will help keep this home sealed from the elements. At the top of the peak, they install a ridge vent, which increases energy efficiency by allowing air to escape from the attic. This is all a part of Golden Eagle's high-performance energy truss. Conventional trusses have a cold spot where no insulation can be added. But with Golden Eagle's energy truss, insulation can be added over the top of the wall. A draft stop is also added, which allows for a well-ventilated, yet draft-free attic. Meanwhile, Lucas installs the engineered weather barrier. This house wrap will help keep the home warm and dry.
We are starting to put our soffit fascia up. We got our F-channel ran. We got a couple pieces of soffit on this gable here. So we're gonna get some fascia up and move on to the next side.
To help speed the process up, they measure and pre-cut each piece.
Makes it a lot easier than waiting for a guy to have to hand them up, and that way I'm not standing, wasting any time up here.
Lucas chose Golden Eagle's maintenance-free aluminum soffit. He also chose a matching steel fascia. Steel fascia is strong and durable, keeping it free of dents from hail, and even providing the additional support that you need when placing the ladder up against the roof. Hey Lucas.
Hey Zach, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good to see you.
Great to see you too. Looks incredible around here.
Yeah, it's really taking shape.
Yeah, bring me up to date on what's been going on.
So we just wrapped up on the roof. We're actually finishing up. We got a little bit more of the soffit to get up here. So we'll get that done probably in the next day or so. And then we'll be ready to put some windows in. We'll be able to get the outside all buttoned up.
How many did you have helping you put on the shingles?
There was about 4 of us for the most part. So it's a pretty large roof. There's a little over 4,000 square feet of roofing up there. So it took us quite a while, but we were able to get it all done.
Yeah, that is a big project. Have you done roofing before?
Yep.
Okay.
Of course, we're happy with the color of it, and once you see it up there on the roof, everything turned out nice. I think that with our stain color even, all those colors I think will tie together just like we planned.
When I asked you how many guys were helping you with the roof,
Yep.
My thought was that you had someone throwing bundles over their shoulder and bringing it up a ladder.
Yep.
Did you use this though?
Yep, absolutely. So we've done it, hauling shingles up a ladder, and it's no fun.
Yeah.
But this thing is a lifesaver. We wouldn't be where we are today without having this. So it definitely makes work easier and speeds things up.
Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of work done quickly that way.
Yeah, it beats moving ladders around and scaffolding. That just takes up time, and Time is money, so.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially when you're doing it yourself and getting a lot of work done on the weekends.
Yep. So yeah, it's been great having it. Like I said, we wouldn't be where we are today without having it. So.
Yeah. Well, you've got the ambition. It's great to see that you're also using the tools.
Yep, absolutely.
We've had a lot of people reach out after that first episode, and they've expressed interest in being a do-it-yourselfer with Golden Eagle.
Okay.
Can you tell us about the scope of your project and with you doing it yourself?
Sure.
What are you doing? What are other people helping you with? How much time is this taking?
So, it's a big project. There's a lot of stuff going on. So on top of working 40 hours a week for my normal job, I'm pretty much spending all my free time out here tying stuff together. I've got an excellent crew that I call them. I got my dad and my uncle. They'll come out here sometimes during the day while I'm working, which is great. They get stuff done. I got my brothers, my stepdad, and you get friends here and there that want to help out too. So without having those reliable people here to help out, it'd be hard to get a lot of this stuff done because there's a lot of stuff to do and there's a lot of things that you need a couple extra sets of hands to do. So it's definitely nice to have reliable people here that you can count on to come and get a project knocked out.
So let's say someone is quite capable like yourself, but they can't rely on friends being here consistently. What are some smaller projects that they can do to help save some money?
So if you don't have people that would be able to help, there's a lot of little things. Like all the trim and everything that will have to stain. That's something that a guy could do. If you had a deck or something, we don't have a deck. We just got a concrete slab here. But if you got little stuff like that, smaller things that aren't sanding walls up, setting trusses. Something that you need a little more experience doing. There's a lot of little projects that a guy could do.
And staining makes a lot of sense. We hear that all the time. I even did it on my own personal home because you don't need a lot of tools.
Right.
And you don't need people necessarily showing up consistently.
Right.
It can just be you and your brush.
Yep.
So it's pretty nice. Also, a real easy thing is just cleaning up your job site.
That's a good point too, because that takes a lot of time also. So.
Yeah, and then the subcontractors who are here, they certainly appreciate it. It makes it much easier to work around.
Yep. Yeah, it just looks nicer. You don't have clutter, and you're not stepping over stuff, and it just makes for a nicer work environment.
So there's some out there who think of do it yourself, and they think, well, you're absolutely doing everything yourself. Well, who really knows all the trades? Now you're doing your own electrical, right?
Correct.
That's pretty special. A lot of do-it-yourselfers aren't doing all their own electrical. Mm-hmm. You're outsourcing your plumbing, though. You hired a subcontractor for that.
Yep.
So in the first episode, we talked about these additional costs that go into a multiplier.
Sure.
And that kind of gives you an idea of the grand scope of what the home would cost to build. And then we talked about how much you're saving. Mm-hmm. So really what you're saving is the cost on labor, the construction labor, as well as electrical, and then a lot of odds and ends.
Correct, yeah.
Is there anything else to that?
For the most part, no. That pretty much sums it all up.
And you are keeping plenty busy. So you know what? It's actually probably pretty wise to hire on those who can come and help you out because you're going to get this project done quicker. You're going to move in sooner.
Yep.
You'll get in here in no time. You're already making such quick progress. I would never think that this is a do-it-yourself project. I would think that there's a professional crew here. It's a great testament to not only you, but also your family members who are coming here to help you out.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm sure my helpers appreciate hearing that too. So
I see Golden Eagle just delivered some more work for you to do.
Yep.
So tell me about the trim that's right over here.
It's got that hand-hewn finish, just like over on the porch. So yeah, it's a 4x8, 8 inches wide, 4 inches thick. So it's pretty heavy-duty stuff. So the 3 sides that you see that are exposed or have the hand-hewn on it. So then another thing with having it smooth, like how they stacked it, if you set anything on it or when you're shipping it, it's not getting all dinged up or anything like that. So I thought that was a cool thing to note, that they think of that as they're stacking the units. So.
And you know what? Not that staining is all that difficult, but here's what I love about staining hand-hewn, is that it's really easy to cover up any blemishes.
Yep.
You don't easily come across lap marks.
Yep.
Real easy to work with. I just really think it's great material.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what else do you have to show me here? Looks like you've got that hand-hewn finish on your front covered porch, some big posts, big headers.
Yep, we'll carry that same texture throughout the whole outside. And actually up in the upper gable above the porch, we're gonna do a little bit of a timber truss accent up there too. The outside corner is gonna be the same timber with the hand-hewn finish on it. So we're gonna actually carry that in through the inside also. So kind of keep the same style going throughout the whole home.
How is it putting everything together? Have you had enough materials?
Yep, yeah, we haven't ran short on anything. We've come out pretty close. I wouldn't say we've got a lot extra either, so the guys got their numbers right for us, and everything's going smooth. We haven't had any holdups that way. So.
That's great. Well, your soffit fascia really ties in your roof system very well. Does it tie into anything else?
Yeah, it's actually going to be pretty similar to the color of our stain that we're doing on the trim. So everything's just kind of going to blend together. Our siding's going to be a little bit of a more of a lighter tone, so I think it'll be a good accent.
Very complimentary too. There is so much to see whenever I visit this job site. We have a lot more episodes coming out in the future. If you haven't subscribed already, then you'll want to do so, and be sure to hit the bell notification. You do not want to miss those.